The bailiff clears his throat. Paper whispers inside his folder. The sound drills into me harder than the lawyer's smile ever could. I keep my hands folded, still, obedient, the posture of a man already written off. My wife doesn't look at me. Her father does. The way you look at something you're about to reclaim. Dropout, irresponsible, financially unfit. They said it calmly, like facts carved into stone. The lawyer's grin says the verdict is a formality. Assets divided, my name erased. The bailiff starts reading. Numbers, dates, account titles. I let my breath slow, count the seconds between words. At the third item, the rhythm breaks. The judge stiffens. Not a frown, not confusion. Fear. His chair scrapes back, too loud. Stop immediately, he says. Silence detonates across the room. He looks at the bailiff, then at my wife. Get security in here. My wife freezes. Not confusion, recognition. And in that pause, that perfect suspended second, I feel it. The shift. The moment the story stops belonging to them. It didn't start with money. It never does. It started with distance disguised as patience. Late nights justified by family matters. Her phone face down, always. I told myself it was stress, her father's influence, the lawsuit he kept hinting at, like a storm cloud he controlled. Then came the quiet corrections. She stopped asking my opinion, started handling things, bills rerouted, statements missing. I noticed the apartment paperwork wasn't where it should be, my name faintly absent where it used to sit. When I asked, she smiled, soft, almost kind. You wouldn't understand, she said. That was the first cut. Her father filled the silence after that, invited himself into our finances, used words like protection and oversight. They spoke around me, about me, never to me. I watched them align. A double life doesn't always involve another bed. Sometimes it's another ledger. The betrayal wasn't passion, it was erasure. I didn't confront them, I listened. And every time they underestimated me, something inside me sharpened. I stayed quiet. I learned their patterns. Her father liked control but hated details. She liked comfort and assumed permanence. I requested copies of everything, casually, played the fool they already believed in. At night, I traced transactions, micro-transfers, shell accounts. Money doesn't disappear, it hides. I found accounts opened in my name, then moved, then reopened under hers. Signatures forged just well enough to pass a glance, not enough to survive scrutiny. I logged everything, screenshots, timestamps, IP addresses. I let them escalate. The lawsuit arrived right on schedule. Claims of incompetence, requests for full asset seizure. They thought I'd panic. Instead, I organized. I met with an auditor, a quiet one, the kind who doesn't ask why. I watched my wife rehearse her testimony in the mirror, watched her practice disbelief. I slept deeply. The night before court, I transferred nothing, changed nothing. I wanted the list intact. I wanted it read out loud. The evidence didn't shock me, it confirmed me. The final report arrived in a sealed envelope. I didn't open it immediately, I already knew, but I read it anyway. Every line. The total siphoned amount sat heavy on the page, enough to ruin them. I slid the envelope across the kitchen table that morning. She laughed, nervous. What's this? I didn't answer. She opened it. Her hands started shaking halfway through. I can explain, she whispered. I nodded. I know. That was all. No yelling, no accusations, just silence. She cried. I drank my coffee. Back in court, the bailiff continues. Offshore account registered under. The judge stands. Security moves. Her father stammers. Words collapse in his mouth. My wife finally looks at me. Her eyes beg. I give her nothing. The judge reads the supplemental report, the one I submitted that morning. Fraud, identity misuse, tax evasion. The lawyer's grin evaporates. My lawyer doesn't smile. He already knew. They turn to me like I've transformed. I haven't. I've been this the whole time. Security escorts them out. My wife glances back once. I don't follow. The courtroom empties. My name is cleared. My assets restored. But that isn't the victory. The victory is the quiet. I walk outside alone. The air feels neutral, uninterested in my pain. Good. I didn't lose a marriage. I shed a lie. They wanted to strip me down to nothing. Instead, they exposed themselves. I don't look back. Some truths don't need witnesses, only timing.